Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see a very interesting hacker rank challenge, which is number line jumps. So we'll see the problem statement, right? The problem statement says that you are choreographing a circus show with various animals. For one act, you are given two kangaroos on number line ready to jump in positive direction. So they have given two notes, important notes for us to solve this problem. The first note says that x1 is the location of first kangaroo from where he will start jumping towards the positive infinity, right? And along with that, they have given the velocity at which the first kangaroo will jump, and the same will be with second kangaroo, the starting position x2 and the velocity v2. So we are given four inputs. We need not to worry about taking inputs, right? It is totally taken by HackerRank, right? We'll start to solve the problems. Before that, we'll see that what constraint they have given, right? The constraint are very important part because it gives us the information about the variables and its ranges and all. So the first constraint says that x1 will be always lesser than x2, and the both will be in between 0 and 10,000, and same applies for v1 and v2. So we will try to understand how we gonna tackle this problem, right? Let's say that we are given four inputs. First one is the starting position of first kangaroo, and this is the starting position of second kangaroo, and this is the velocity of first kangaroo, and this is the velocity of second kangaroo, right? Now let's say it x1, the first kangaroo is at 0 and the second kangaroo is at 3. So now imagine that when they will start jumping towards the positive infinity, so the first kangaroo will travel with the velocity of v1 and second will travel with the velocity of v2. So when the first kangaroo will start running or start jumping towards the positive and along with the second, right? So the basic logic is that velocity of first kangaroo must be greater than the second, right? So we got the first condition, right? V1 must be V1 must be greater than V2. Now we will find another condition which is required to be true, because it can happen that let's say the second kangaroo is at 6 and the first kangaroo comes at 5 and then it jumps upon the second kangaroo and goes in front of you, and they will never meet at any particular location. It is possible that it can happen, right? We have got a first condition, right? And let's say the velocity of first is 2 and velocity of second is 1. Now what will happen for at the first jump, right? What will happen? It will jump from 0 to 2. First will jump from 0 to 2 and second will jump from 3 to 4, correct? And again, what will happen? 2 will jump from 2 to 4, 2 will jump from 2 to 4, and 4 will jump from 4 to 5. And now in the third jump, first will jump from 4 to 6 and second will jump from 5 to 6 and they met. And this is the answer, and this is where we know that they met, and we have to return a string yes, right? Otherwise we have to return no. So we will need a equation to solve this, right? So I will create a equation, right? So the distance in between these two we can find, right? The distance in between them is, let's say, consider d. So d will be equal to, so at first jump, what happens? At first jump it will travel from 0 to 2 and second kangaroo will travel from this to this. So the distance between them reduced by 1, right? The distance is reduced by 1. So at what pace the distance in between them will be reduced? It will be greater velocity minus smaller velocity, whatever it is. So is equal to 1 for this particular case, right? Because v1 is 2 and v2 is 1. So after each jump, the distance between them will be reduced, right? So there is a total distance of d, right? Let's say if distance is perfectly divisible by the velocity differences, if this is true, then we can say that they will meet at some point, because we can jump as many time as possible, right? So if this case is true, then they will meet at some point. Otherwise, it is possible that one kangaroo of the two of them will jump upon or lag behind the another. So it is possible. So we'll consider this also. So we got a second condition too. This is second, right? So this is second condition. Now we'll go for coding part, right? First I will calculate d. I will take d as integer d. So since the x2 is greater than x1, so this is the difference between the two of the kangaroos at the starting position, right? Now I will create a if condition. If v1 is greater than v2, it is only possible for first kangaroo to catch second kangaroo if this condition is true, right? And so v1 is v2 if it is perfectly divisible by, right? Then I say return yes, else not possible at all to. Wow, simple, right?